What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. I'm 7beats, and this video I'm going to show you how to create ethnic guitar beats. So in this video I'm going to be breaking down this beat and I hope you guys enjoy it. So first I'm going to play a preview of the beat. So I hope you guys enjoyed this beat, and right now I'm going to start off with the guitar. So I've created this melody, and this melody is created in G minor. And you really get that ethnic sound when using this D flat and D sharp next to each other. So melodies like this. Basically this melody is just really repetitive. So I'm only using this G, D, G, D, and then using this D sharp really adds that ethnic feeling to this melody. As you can hear. So that's it. And I'm using Contact for the guitar, and I'm using this electric vintage melody patch, and I'm just using the sound preset empty and open. And I'm also adding a lot of effects, so when disabling all the effects it sounds like this. Really dry. So first I'm going to add this saturation too, and this adds some saturation to the guitar. Or some distortion. Then I'm adding this OTT compressor. Just to compress the sound a little bit. And then I'm going to use this RC20. And I'm using the Vinyl 1 preset, and I'm just using some wobble, some distortion, and I'm using some magnitude. So that's it. So after this I'm adding some delay. And then I'm using this Isotope Trash 2. And I'm using this faulty transistor. And this really adds some weird distortion to the guitar. Then I'm using this Pro Q3 just to boost the high frequencies. And then I'm adding this reverb. So I'm using the Valhalla Vintage Verb, and I'm adding a lot of reverb using a concert hall mode and using 80% mix. And then it sounds like this, which I think is really fire. And then I'm using this Fruity Love filter for some automation in the playlist. So that's the guitar, and after this I'm layering the guitar with a harp. And I'm using the harp Romantic from Heat Up 3. And I'm just following the same notes as the guitar melody. So layering those elements. After that, I've added this melody. Also using the same harp from Heat Up 3, so also the Romantic. And I've played around with the velocity. So I've added the effects version from Serum. So I'm using some hyper and dimension right here. I've added some distortion to the sound, some delay. And I've added a filter, which cut out the high frequencies. And after that, I've added some more reverb. So I've added the chorus space with a lot of decay and a lot of mix. So right now it sounds really dry. Adding the reverb. And those three elements sound like this. So you really have some mid frequencies, high frequencies and low frequencies. Then I've added this choir. And I've also used Heat Up 3 for this one. So I've used the Atmo choir. And this one sounds like this. I've also added a lot of reverb. So I've used this little altar boy, also from Sound Toys. And it's just this simple preset. So the first preset, which I've added. Then I've cut out all the low frequencies and almost all the high frequencies. Right now it sounds like this. And right now it sounds like this. And then I've added this decapitator, also from Sound Toys. And I'm using this dark fat mix preset. And without it sounds like this. And right now it sounds like this. So really add some body to the sound. And layering those elements. And then I'm adding the vocal, and it's this sample from Arcade. So I'm using these distant voices and then the spectral kit in G minor. And right here I've added this EQ. So I'm boosting some frequencies right here and cutting out some of the high frequencies. Then I'm also adding this retro core, this RC20, also with the final one preset. And then I'm adding this vocal doubler. And this really makes the sound really wide. So layering those elements. Just really fire. And that's basically it when it comes to all the melodies and sounds. And right now I'm going to add the clap pattern. So I've just created this really simple clap pattern, this one. Just really basic. Layering this one with the elements. Adding this block pattern. Adding the hi-hats. And make sure to play around with the velocity of the notes, because this really adds some bounce to this pattern. So that's it. And right now I'm going to add the 808. So this is the 808 pattern. So when adding an 808 pattern like this, make sure to keep it really interesting. And you can do this by adding some notes like this or some 808 rolls. And also do the same thing right here. So that's it. And I've also added this reversed 808. So I've just duplicated this 808. Which is used in a lot of those beats. And then I've just reversed this one. So I've created this envelope right here to take fully control of the 808. And then I've just pressed reverse and I just play around with the in and the sample start. Like this. And when adding this one, it sounds like this. Really fire. And then I've added this automation clip, and this one is automating the guitar. So this Fruity Love filter using the cutter. And you can do this by pressing the right mouse button and create automation clip. And this one will pop up and just play around with it until your arrangement sounds perfect. So that's basically it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to download this free FOP. The link is in the description, and see you guys in one of my next tutorials.